When I show you what I'm about to show you, your mind will be blown. You're going to be blindsided. Every single Israeli prime minister has a fake name. Did you know that? I was just talking about Ben Gurion. Do you know what his original name is? It's Grun. Gruen. He changed it to make it sound more Jewish and sound more Middle Eastern. Do you know what Netanyahu's real name is? It's not Netanyahu, it's Milkovsky. I swear to God, go and look it up. You'll find Milkovsky. That's his real name. These are, remember what Israelis are. Israelis are European Jews. They don't come from Palestine, but they want you to make you believe. They want to make believe and make you believe that they come from this area, that they are indigenous to the land, that they're so Jewish, right? Even though they have no connection. So they changed their names. Here's another one. Moshe Sharat. His name is Chertok originally. You've got Levi Eshkol. Eshkol was Shklonik. So he changed it from Shklonik to Eshkol. Then you have Yigal Alon. His original name, Peikovitz. Golda Meir, Israel's first female prime minister. Her real name is not Golda Meir. It's Mabovich. Mabovich. More like mad bitch. We have Yitzhak Rabin, right? His name is not Rabin. It's Rubitsov. Are you seeing the pattern? These are Eastern European names. Not Palestinian, not Jewish, not Middle Eastern. They're Eastern European, okay? They're not Palestinian. They don't come from this region. Yitzhak Shamir. He's a great one. You know, Yitzhak Shamir, he's on the wanted poster because he was wanted by the British police in Palestine for terrorism. But they don't tell you that. So Yitzhak Shamir, his original name is Yezernitsky. Yezernitsky. Shimon Peres, Persky. Netanyahu, I already told you, Malikovsky. I think I said Milkovsky, excuse me. It's Malikovsky. Never, you know, it's the same point. Ehud Barak is Brog. So B-R-O-G. Brog. He changed it to Barak. Ariel Sharon. His original name is Shinerman. Shinerman. He changed it to Sharon. And Yair Lapid, who's you still see him changing posts, his original name is Lampel. So he changed it from Lampel to Lapid. Ain't it lovely? Ain't it lovely? You know, it's like I know half of you didn't know this. I guarantee half of you at least didn't know this stuff. I guarantee you. Because no matter how much you know about the Zionists, you will always discover new things about them, about how they obfuscate, how they lie, how they cheat their way into taking the land, right? By hook or by crook. They're going to do anything they can. And they think that this is a way to, you know, pull the wool over our eyes and make us think that, you know, they belong to the region or something. Like we can't look at their faces and see, well, you look particularly different to the people that are indigenous to the land. Do you not? I mean, again, it's you can have all sorts of people in the Levant. You know, you can have gingers and a pale white. It's not about that, but we know that every single Israeli government has always been headed by and the cabinet has been filled by people who are Ashkenazi. They're not Semites. They don't come from the region. They're Eastern Europeans. They're Jews from Europe. They just don't come from this region. I don't know when they converted or whatever, but the point is that they don't come from the region. And even if they did, like let's say you're a Zionist. Let's say you actually believe, yes, this is the land of the Jews. These people are not Jewish. They are not Jewish in the sense that you think they are. They have adopted a religion from the Middle East. That doesn't mean they are the original Hebrews or people that lived there 3,000 years ago. Ironically, if you're looking for the people that lived there 3,000 years ago, guess what? They're still there. They're called Palestinians. Maybe today some of them are Christian. Maybe some of them are Muslim. But they are the original people of this land. And you're killing them and butchering them. So what does that make you? Right? Not to mention the fact, this is why we call Arabs and Palestinians Semites, because they're Semites. They come from this region. So, you know, these people are not Semites. The Israelis are not Semites, and they are butchering actual Semites and then calling the real Semites anti-Semitic. I mean, what is that? They're such frauds. They even change the names to make themselves appear more Semitic. That's how fraudulent they are. That's how criminal they are. Shame on them. Malikovsky, what a wanker.
Last night I dreamt about how things were.
Not yet of every enemy of the state.
The time cometh, that whosoever killeth you will think that he doeth God service. And these things will they do unto you, because they have not known the Father nor me.
Let us take a moment to pause and unite our hearts in prayer. Almighty God, creator of the heaven and earth, we stand here today as a diverse and proud people, bound by the love of freedom and the blessing of this great nation. We thank you for the freedoms we hold dear, for the opportunities that await us, and for the courage that lies within each of us. May we always strive to uphold these ideals with integrity and honor. We also pray for our friend and ally Israel, that she should eradicate her enemies. The hostages should be released, as we say, bring them home. May she have true peace and security. In this moment of prayer, we recognize our shared duty to each other and our country. May we move forward together, seeking to build a future that reflects the will of God and His values based on the 7 Noahide laws that will unite us all together. Based on the 7 Noahide laws, based on the 7 Noahide laws.
No one will be above the law.
7 Noahide laws.
We will have one set of rules for everyone.
Based on the 7 Noahide laws.
Taking the 7 Noahide laws back to the basics and apply it to real daily life.
So many, 2 billion Christians, which are idol worshippers, between Chinese, Indian, Hindus, Buddhists, and Christian, at least 6.5 billion people are idol worshippers that, according to the Torah, do not have the right to live. Idol worshipper goy, it's death penalty. Not only Jews, even a goy who bow down to an idol, who believe in JC.
JC, of course, he's referring to Jesus Christ.
Deserve death penalty.
Isaiah 27 is a very famous chapter because it describes the full redemption of the Jewish people and the destruction of those who subjugated the Jewish people. It actually tells us how the sins of the Jewish people will be forgiven at the end of days. How will that happen? When he, in this case it's Jacob, when he will take all the stones of the idols and destroy them, they'll become like dust. They will be beaten to the dust, and the wooden image and incense altars will no longer stand. This is an unambiguous reference to Christianity, to Edom, and that Christianity must be utterly destroyed, and that is how the full force of the Messianic age will arrive.
I mean, we're going to bring this into a golden age like never seen before.
Christianity must be utterly destroyed. Christianity must be utterly destroyed, and that is how the full force of the Messianic age will arrive.
A new golden age, and we're going to make that change on day 1.
And it's by this means that Israel will have a complete atonement for its sins. And what a problem this is for Christendom.
In the book of Exodus and also in the book of Deuteronomy, we speak about the mitzvah to destroy and to annihilate the nation of Amalek. Says the Rambam in Mitzvah 188, and also 189, and also in Negative Commandment 59, that there's a mitzvah and a command to wipe out from among all the descendants of Esav, the descendants of Amalek, male and female, young and old.
Esav, who is the symbol of all the nations, Christians or not. Esav, who in modern day terms is really basically, certainly one of them is America.
What's the difference between Edom and Amalek? We spoke about Edom being the grandfather of Amalek. Amalek is Germany, so who's Edom? Edom includes most of Europe, it includes the United States of America. They are first. So Edom is everywhere in the United States of America.
Crush Edom. Now, I'm just a broadcaster here, okay? In Jewish understanding, Edom is really talking about the Christianity.
Most Christian Zionists in America have no idea that the people living in Israel are not native, when I say the area of Palestine, Israel, whatever you want to, they were not born there. They immigrated from Europe.
Ashkenazi Jews.
They were Ashkenazi Jews who came in from Europe and with the rifle took the land. God didn't give it to them. They took it at the point of a rifle shooting Arabs, and they killed Muslims and Christians. They slaughtered them, massacres, women, children, horrible massacres. That is the history of Israel, 1948. And I dare any Christian Zionist to prove me wrong, because I can show you the historical records of the massacres that took place in 48. It was horrible, absolutely horrible, the people who were killed. And because of that, the Arabs developed a fury, an anger that European Ashkenazis just flooded in to Palestine and violently pushed them off their land. So any of us can understand that. But that was 70 years ago. Matter of fact, today is modern Israel's Independence Day.
That's right, it is, isn't it?
Isn't it interesting that this is being leaked on Independence Day? That's the way the Jews work. They are deceivers. They plot, they lie, they do whatever they have to do to accomplish their political agenda. This impeach Trump movement is a Jew coup. They're coming for you. There will be a purge. That's the next thing that happens when Jews take over a country. They kill millions of Christians.